Little Duce Coup, you don't know what I got. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I've got the fastest set of wheels in town. When something comes up to me.
It's kind of remarkable how a song about a 32 Ford has just reached so many people. And I think that a lot of people might not know that a Little Duce Coupe is a 32 Ford, but they definitely know that that's a hot rod, and they definitely know that the car that they're singing about was the baddest set of wheels in town. And so it's just cool that they chose this car. You know, my dad was working at my grandparents' store in Taylor, and that was his job when, you know, ever since he was a kid, he always worked there. And then he started hanging out with the guys in the gas station across the street, and behind the gas station, out in the weeds, was a 32 Ford just abandoned. And he bought it for $75 when he was 15. My dad was on the cover of the June 1961 Hot Rod magazine cover. And during that photo session, they also changed the angles and everything, and it was from that session that they created the album cover shot. So they're really the same session, just different angles. But on the album cover, you can only see my dad's hands, whereas on the magazine cover, you see my dad standing there fiddling with the carburetors. He'd spent so many years, 6 or 7 years, just constantly changing this car. And so by the time it was on the cover of Hot Rod, which was like the holy grail of the day, and the cover of the Beach Boys album, it was kind of done. There was nothing more he could do with it. He kind of had taken the car as far as it could go. And so he sold it for $5,500, complete with this awful trailer, to a car club out in Pennsylvania, and then they showed it. And then they sold it to an individual who had it really for 30 years until my dad bought it back just before he passed away. And the fact that, you know, that whole line about the pink slip daddy, it was just, for us, it was just, it meant a lot to us because our dad was the one who had that pink slip.
There's one more thing, I got the pink slip daddy, and coming up